Hi, I'm Glenn Blue, and I'm going to be doing your next demonstration for the Niagara Frontier Watercolor Society. It's going to be next week, actually. And I thought I would send out this information to those people who wanted to participate and make something a little different and kind of fun. So what I thought I would do is, while I paint and talk about the topic that I'll be doing, that some people, if they want to, can follow along. One of the things that's been popular in the 3-day classes that I teach is snow scenes, the glow that I get in the water, the trees. So I thought maybe I would, for that short period of time that we have, is to go over that, to talk about the water, the stream, the glow, the light, and splattering and throwing trees to get the impression of trees without having to paint every little one. And for you who just want to watch, that's great. But if some people want to follow along and I'll demonstrate to where they can, I thought I'd tell you what you can pre-sketched, have ready on paper. This is roughly, I'm not saying I'm going to do this exact thing, but this is roughly what I'll be kind of talking about. This is a print of a full sheet watercolor painting that I did. The water that has this glow, the trees, the light coming through. There's no white paint on this. This is all just the watercolor paper. Obviously, for those who watercolor, there's mask fluid used in a number of these places. I don't always use mask fluid, but for this demo, I'm going to. So what I like to see people do is just do a little zigzag creek, not an S. Make it more of a V or a zigzag. This is a demo that I did for a group where the creek kind of comes in and out. This one is a print or photo of one that I did where it kind of zigzags through the landscape. But if you can do something like that, have it ready to go, and then we're gonna mask the edges. So make up whatever scene you want, just keep it simple. I don't do a lot of drawing. I'm gonna make the creek, and then I want to just mask around the edge, a little bit around the top and all the bottom. So I mask all of this, I mask all of this, and just a little bit around the edge, because this is gonna get real wet and full of paint, and I'm gonna be doing things. So I wanna be able to protect that. That's not always how I do it, but it's a fun way. If we have time, then I'm gonna go over some other demos where I do these very fast watercolors, take 10, 15 minutes, a complete impressionistic snow scene. So very similar. This is one that I did in 10 to 15 minutes. Another one I did just demonstrating splattering trees, only took a few minutes. And again, the same kind of thing. When I was talking to people, I was showing them how to splatter, and I had to quick do these. None of those took more than 10 or 15 minutes to do. So if we have time, we might even do that. So if you would, just have something sketched out if you want to follow along. Just a little snow scene, don't worry about a lot of detail, and we'll take it from there. Thanks. See you on the 15th. So you see a lot of mask fluid on here, and I recognize that putting on mask fluid is not all that easy, and taking it off can be just as difficult or more so. Large areas, if you have to use a junky brush that you're willing to throw away. Don't worry about trying to save them. Sometimes I even use my finger. I'll pour a little bit in, and I'll just rub my finger around and smear it around. So sometimes pour a little pile and just kind of smear it in the big areas. Maybe use a brush and get it in there. It is tricky trying to take it off, but for this particular demo that I want to do, you'll see why it helps to mask as much as you can. You don't have to mask quite so high if you don't need to, because it's mostly protecting this when I go to paint the stream. I'll touch this up a little bit as I go.